on the inner deck lid and hood. See that? We're gonna clean all that up. You can just take maybe 1,000 sandpaper and clean stuff like this up. The sand right off the top. I'm gonna fill in this with a small paintbrush. Um, where it was scratched up around where we tried to install it one time before we really knew what we were doing, I just took a light brush and went over it, and then I'm going to spray it, just so it'll be covered. Then I'm going to clear over it, and all this is going to get sanded anyway because this part, the lifted part, is going to be exposed. The indented parts are not going to be. So I'm going to sand all of this. Most of this is going to be hidden anyway. So we're not going to put a whole lot of time and work in that, but just so you know how to do it. Took a small brush. We're going to clean all this. But this is really going to clean when we sand it. Because we're going to sand all this. If you can look at it. You see how it's not reflective? It's shiny, but it's not flat. Like that. You see the beads from where it's sprayed, which is fine. You just sand that down and you're good. And remember, this is under the hood, so it doesn't have to be like the outside of the car. Not for this car. As you level up into higher class work, definitely. Now, I was originally gonna cover the whole inside of this trunk, so I didn't paint it. But now I'm going to paint it because I'm going to do the same thing over here. All of the high spots are going to be painted and cleared, and we'll have mirrors in these indented spots. So I'm going to paint this whole thing. I just went roll of paper, took it, tucked it in behind the light so I don't have no tomfoolery, and we're just going to shoot it. Now I had some scratches along here I showed you guys. I just fill that in with a paintbrush and got that. Now all of this has to be wet sanded. You can see where that's dirty. See that? That's just dirt. So all this got to be wet sanded, so I'm really not tripping. I'm going to do a piece of tape standing straight up right across here. That way some paint will get over, and then when we wet sand it, it'll all be flat. So it's no problem. Thanks for that light. What I'm doing now is taking a regular scuff pad, scuffing all of this so the paint will stick and to get all the loose dirt and stuff off, because if you don't do that now, the loose dirt is going to come off with your paint. So I figured, why not jump on and let you guys see what's going on. You see that this is actually old compound when I did the car, when I buffed the car before. And it doesn't really matter, but if you don't know how to get compound off your car, regular isopropyl alcohol, take it right off. Now I'm about to sand it off and paint over it, so it's not really going to matter. But if you don't know how to do it, there you go. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys ride with me for a little bit. If you got any questions on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, just throw it in the chat. I will explain. Got this sucker looking great. Finally got it buffed. Now it looked just like this. See that rough, bubbly, not flat? That's what the car looks like. And then what we did was we wet sanded it. Wet sanded it from 400 to 2500. And it's shining like new money. This hasn't been polished yet. This is only compound. I took a break from buffing and wet sanding and painting and put the trunk together. I like how it came out. I'm thinking about a Chevy sign up here made with this carpet, outlined with this, um, outlined with a frame covered in this vinyl, and putting it up there, but having it lifted from the back so we can have lights behind it. And so we'll have lights in this gap right here. That'll be in this little tunnel, but they'll shine from under there, and lights from behind that. So I got in my mind how to make it, and right now I'm not tripping on rushing to do it, because apparently Mitchell, what is going on, Mr. Reinhardt? Um, I If I think about it long enough, I can do it, so I don't rush myself. Thanks for that light, Mr. Reinhardt. I hope you're a member of this channel. Make sure you follow the channel, so we can so you'll know every time I'm on. I'm real proud of how this came out, though. I'm gonna get the matching. I think the business is horrible, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the matching mats. You know, see, I have black over there. I'm gonna get the matching mats to go with that for the front. I think they're like $200 or $300 on eBay. They customize them, and I think it'll work. So if I got it and I don't like it, I'll put them up, and I'm sure I'll have another Impala I can put them in. But I need to find another old Chevy sticker. If you guys can think of one, let me know. Put it in the chat. Yeah, this car is almost done. Real talk. This car is almost done. Let me see. Now, we're going to have to blow this car off, too. So, we have to get the air compressor built up. But this gives the paint something to stick to. But if you do not use that air compressor to blow out all of this dust, the paint will sit on the dust and the paint will come right off. So especially when you're working with an expensive paint, when you first start doing your cars, actually when I started this car, I had quite a bit of money. Well, not when I first started, but along the way of doing this car, I came into quite a bit of money. So I start doing stuff high end, like the paint it's really expensive per gallon, and I don't suggest you do that, especially if it's your first car, because every time you make a mistake, spill paint, have to repaint, whatever, you're spending quite a bit of money. And people told me that, but my mindset was, I want to see if I can really do this at the level in which I want it done. So there were good things about doing it, and it was also some lessons I could have very well learned later. So it just depends on how you look at it. But one way to get, if you got like dirt on your car from sitting, you can either use a scuff pad or you can wet sand it off. So if you ever have dirt that just seems like it won't go, if you wash it, whatever, seems like it's into the paint, all you got to do, like this, you know, that you can either scuff it and repolish it, or you can take a high-grade sandpaper. Now this, like I said, this is compound. If this doesn't come off, once I blow it, I'm going to come back with isopropyl alcohol, and that should take that off. That's a fit, boy. So I'll have to blow this out pretty soon. And I dropped the thing. Great. This is so much better when I have a cameraman. And I'm not going to keep you guys long. I just want you guys to be able to follow the project. If you can't catch it live, the titles will tell you the name and the order of the videos. So I think this is Underhood and deck lid design. I think that's the name of it. And this should be video 2. Now, as rough as this is, paint really shouldn't have a hard time sticking to it, but then it can be too rough as to where you need to smooth it out some so it can lay right. But either way, wet sanding is going to take care of leveling it out. So that's not a huge deal. And everybody hates when I use the air compressor while being live. So I won't put you guys through that. What I'm going to do is hop off, post this video public, blow it off, and then shoot it. And when I come back, it'll already be done. And we'll just pick the video up. Unless you guys think we should stay on. What year's the car? That is a 1964 Chevrolet Impala. Super Sport. You can tell it's Super Sport by the trim. Trim is a little different on a regular Impala. A lot of times I assume everybody has seen the car because we've had it online so many times. A lot of custom stuff on this deal. Haven't been on in a while. Yes, Mr. Stevenson, I have. I've been posting a lot of shorts, but I do got something for you. I've been working. I haven't been slacking on you. Check out what I did for you. Just come out good, or what? Thank you, Mr. Reinhardt. You know, we started on this several times. Mr. Stevenson's a regular follower of the channel. And I got this done since the last time we talked. Tell me how you like it. I still got some more stuff I'm going to do up here. Not going to kill it with speakers. But I got a couple of more designs I want to see in it. But let me know what you think, Mr. Stevens. Um, Mr. Stevenson. Thank you, thank you. Um, have I done anything else? Oh, well, I finished wet sanding and finally buffed the car, so that's out of the way. Now we're back to projects. Um, and what we're doing is working on the bottom of our hood and our deck lid. And I'm about to blow this off. And yeah, we started painting the inside of that deck lid. But this thing came out fire, straight fire. I'm gonna have to wet sand these to get these cleaned up. And if I gotta repaint them, I can repaint them here. I just tape everything off and shoot them again. That's not a huge problem. Inside is completely on hitting. Inside is just off the chain. Yeah. Yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy. Sometimes I like to just work with the music playing, and I don't know why I don't. It's it's not the same working on the car live as it is, um, when it's just you doing it, and that's just kind of how it kind of went. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut on this air compressor. Because usually when I cut on the air compressor, folks get off because they can't stand the sound of it. Well, I'm going to shoot this, blow it all off, and determine what we need to do next. I'll probably have to take some isopropyl alcohol. If you look at this is not rust. This is compound, old compound. What I'm going to do is use isopropyl alcohol to get that off. So you get a lot more done by yourself when you get in the zone. Yes, but what's different? You guys motivate me to do more sometimes. So sometimes when I'm on, I go beyond where I would have gone had you guys not been on with me. So it's kind of a catch-22. So I'm going to go ahead and blow this off. I'm going to leave you guys watching the deck lid. I'm going to come back. If you guys are still on, we'll keep going. If not, I'll just go ahead, jump off, paint it, come back on. So make sure you guys hit that alarm button so you know when I'm coming back on live. You guys are still here when I get back? Cool. Got it. But I'm just going to the other side of the garage. It's not like I'm going to be gone forever. Give me a couple of minutes to change the head on the hose. I'm going to shoot that off. Be back at it. Um, that was actually a weak air current, so I'm gonna let that build back up and I'm gonna blow it again. But while we're waiting on that, taking my alcohol. Always have isopropyl alcohol in your garage. I'm going to put a little on the scrubbing pad and get some of this compound. Oh wow, coming right off. Look at that. Night and day. So now you guys know I'm not lying to you. Takes it right off. Always keep isopropyl alcohol in your garage. It's a good cleaner that disappears. Doesn't leave a doesn't really leave a major residue. See that? Maybe I should have did this before I did anything else. Wow, look at that. So if any of you did not know the isopropyl alcohol trick, if you don't know, now you know. It doesn't take a lot. But the problem is it'll mud up. It's really a two-hand job because you need a towel to wipe it as you're going. So that's another thing about doing lives. It's so much better to have a cameraman, or probably need like a head camera so you guys can always see what I'm doing. See how that cleanup is so different? So I'm gonna do the same up here. See how bad that looks? Hit it with the alcohol. See what happens. I'm gonna set you guys down. You can watch it. isopropyl alcohol. Whatever I use. Now this is about to get painted over, so look at that. So, and that's about to get painted over, so it's not like that's an issue. You know, you have the dirt and stuff under it's an issue. Okay. Then when you're painting, it's always like, are you going to jump off this cliff? Because once you jump off the cliff, that's pretty much it. Once you get started, you got to start. I mean, you got to finish. Coming in, checking to make sure everything's okay. Everything seems okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. My 67 Camaro started running crappy after getting some gas last week. Apparently it's crappy gas with water. Now I have to drain the tank. Not happy with the gas station. Well, before I drink, I mean, it just depends on how bad it is. Look online, and let that tell you whatever it tells you. I would try putting seafoam in and see if that helps before you drain it. That's just my suggestion, but ooh, sorry about that. Ooh, goodness. Did you let them know that jack your ride up or that the gas is problematic? I'm gonna start covering up this this Impala because I think we are gonna shoot some paint. So I'm gonna turn you guys where you can watch that. Yeah, I'm gonna sit you guys. Okay. Why am I so zoomed in? I don't know why I can't get a good angle, but I'm just gonna cover this car up. Oh, it's done charging. The battery charge is done. So I'm gonna cut that off. Move the battery charger out of my way. Move this out of the way. this is why have you got to catch it? Now this is a truck cover, and it still doesn't. It barely goes to the end of the car. All right. We still got to cover the Continental kit, which is back here. Ooh, and I got to cover these. Ooh, God. All right, going to get something to cover those. I shouldn't be spraying enough to do any real damage. Like I said, I'm just going to be hitting this. But once you get to this part, why risk anything? And see, I almost forgot those. So we mix the paint so we can shoot the paint. This is a situation that I do not feel like doing this at all, but I'm going to feel so much better knowing that I finally just did it. Because this is something else I've been putting off unnecessarily. Here's a ladder I like to paint with, and I don't see it. So that means somebody took it into the house and put it somewhere where it didn't belong. Which makes me angry. Like, put stuff back. All right, maybe that's just my house. Maybe that doesn't happen to you guys. Trey, come here. Where are you? Where's this short ladder that's supposed to stay in the garage?
I have no idea.
I think you used it when we put those in there. Did you leave it upstairs?
I don't remember on today.
Okay, let's find it because I'm not seeing it. It's definitely not where it belongs. Oh, crap. It's crazy for you to expect something to be where in its designated spot. Or I could have overlooked it because I'm old and I do that. Okay. All right. Well, one thing I do know is ladder searches make for bad content. So I'm going to just go ahead and start mixing paint. Right? Ladder searches, bad content. Let's mix paint. Mixing paint can be extremely confusing. Because cups tell you to mix it an exact way, which is what these wonderful numbers are on the side of the cup. But after you've been painting a while, or you were taught by somebody who doesn't use the numbers, you end up with a unique style. Let me see. Is it too dark over here? Why is it so dark over here? Why is it so dark? I don't think it's in here. The viscosity of the paint is generally, this is a 2-to-1 mixed paint, and you just find 2-to-1, see what number you're at, and then match that second number. But some people actually reduce the paint. Where was it?
Over there.
Oh, it was actually in the garage. It was my fault. I was overlooking it. Can you put it in front of that, outside the garage, in front of that, trying to see if this is too much or not enough. front of that open door. I know I put that right in front of the. I know I put that right in front of you guys. But and this really isn't the time to be trying to save paint. I do have a little bit more painting to do, but no, in front of the door. I'm not even painting on the Range Rover. And you just kind of, you'll get a feel. Sometimes you want to paint thick, sometimes you want to paint thinner. You'll get a feel for how much reducer you want to put into the paint. But until then, go by the numbers on the cups. It really is confusing. I've done a million tutorials on putting the gun together, so I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through that again, but I will move us to a better light. I don't know why this is so open. Yeah, man, I'm gonna, I don't even know where my paint guns are. I do not know where they are exactly. And one thing, I should not have mixed that paint because, all right, I'm gonna shoot with this gun. This is a $250 gun, but it ranks with the $1,000 guns. You can get this at Harbor Freight, called the Spider. I've had them for years. Really, really good guns. Really have good reviews on the internet. Okay. One thing you all should have noticed I didn't do, I haven't taped anything off, but I didn't already miss the paint, which is stupid. Where are my gun parts? Personal gun. So, I'm not going to give you a tutorial on putting the gun together, but you can watch. Difference in the heads, 1.7, 1.3. Smaller the head, the more it's for thinner paint. The smallest heads are going to be for clear. Because clear is really, really good. Said I wasn't going to do a tutorial on this side. Nope. I'm going to use aerosol can clear. Get from the auto parts store. Because this is under the hood and under the deck lid, you're just going to use aerosol aerosol can auto clear, not aerosol can clear. This is auto clear. That's the hardener. So it's a two-part, not like it's not like spray paint. It's not clear spray paint. You don't want to do that. It's not gonna stand up to that. But before I get too far ahead of myself, let's fix the fact that I didn't set this up right. Let's get this taped off. I don't have any really wide tape. I know what's happening, but we'll make this work. Now, this is not. It's not fully pressed against the car. Let me show you. I wish I had a cameraman so you can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And of course, I find an area that could be cleaned up. So now I got to make a decision. Do I be lazy or do it right? Show you where we go. See how the tape is made for paint to get in here? Oh, really? Are you kidding me? The paint is made to get in here, and it can form a line right there, but nobody will see it. But not to go into the other side. And it's also up some to make overspray go here and not fall straight on the car. But I am going to cover this up because I cannot get paint on that. So got to cover that. We're going to get some paper, tape it up there, and get it going. Yeah, we're not gonna risk getting oversprayed and use like that. We're covering that up. This is not a lot of surface area to paint. You're going to be surprised at how simple it is once we get it done. Let me get some more alcohol. And when that compound decides to chip away, as will your paint, because that will be what your paint has bonded to and not the metal. Something real easy to overlook, look past, well, not overlook, but look past it and just say I'm not going to do that. But that's not what we're going to do. And it's generally a bad idea to try to paint around an lawnmower. All right, we're pretty good to go. Well, before we do that, I'm gonna let you see the setup. Seeing a lot of wasps in my garage, and I'm hoping they haven't built a nest in it or something. checking my fan. Everybody has their setup. This has worked for me for some time, so I always use that. And whoa, always watch catching yourself. Make sure you put on a ventilator, blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Ain't no need to mess around. Let's go. We'll go ahead and start hitting it. That's what you call a dust coat. Just giving it something to stick to. What you want to do is get time to dry. The only thing we're hitting is over here. It doesn't matter how smooth this area is because this is where the hinge goes. So we're just building up a couple of coats so when we sand it down, it'll be decent. I got some water in my line. So this is just a dust coat, so I can actually get those now. Much harder to get when it's cover coats. So now I know. A, let the water out of my line. B, cover up my hose. I'll show you guys how to get water out of your line. Now, there's a whole lot of water things that you should be doing if you're doing high level painting. Now you should really have 120-degree angle piping that's keeping the water rolling downhill. I'm not there yet. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna give this about 5 minutes to dry up, and then we're gonna hit it again. So I need to find out what can I be doing until then. Well, you know what I can do in not holding you guys up. Hey, make sure you hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm on. This is, I'll probably come back to show you guys where we ended up today. All right? Take it easy.